Hi, guys. I am so sorry about that. I'm sorry for the fact that it had to be so quick, so rushed. Um, but we're finally in business now. We are finally in business. I didn't bring any crocheting out here with me. I've already tested this out so we can get up and down the hallway. Part of me being busy, I'm going to have to make a bag, a sack, or something to go with this. For those of you who don't know, I've been expecting a wheelchair as they upgraded me from um, a fall risk to high risk, fall risk, high risk, fall risk, high risk, fall risk. Woo! Say that real fast 3 times together. But I wanted you all to see that I finally have something I can control. I can use both wheels at the same time. I don't have to reach real far to reach the foot pedals. I have leg rests back here. So my grandson will be excited when he gets home today and he sees it so he can push grandma. We got our chair. So y'all know we're gonna purple bling this out, right? So I'm gonna have to go back over to Walmart and I'm gonna have to get some purpley stuff going on. But yeah, that's what I had to cut everything short for. But this time we're doing it. When he bought the chair, he said, "I just wanted it on a border 22. I want to see if that one works for you." And it does not fit like a glove. It does offer me some room on both sides, so I can make like a fanny pouch and even put one on both sides and still have room for me. I am going to do me a pillow. So, and I'm going to do something across the back to, especially for the lumbar. I appreciate you guys coming back. I do. I didn't bring any crocheting up here with me. And of course, I tried the chair out when I first got it. So I'm able to get up and down the hallway without difficulty. That way I know I'll be able to get in and out of my room, in and out of the bathroom. That means I can get out of the front door just fine. I was even able to make a U-turn. So I did well. I did really, really, really well. I'm happy with this. I am. He adjusted everything right where I need it so that I'm comfortable. Forgive me for kicking the table. I was putting the there we go. We got the leg rest back so that my legs can kind of rest on that instead of just being in the foot brace. But yeah, guys, this feels so much better. And I feel confident that I can get throughout the apartment without the risk of falling. It does not mean that I am going to stop, trying to be mobile. It's just that, like, when someone knocks on the door or something, I know that I'll be able to get there a lot quicker than normal. When the kids get home, if I have to hurry up and get to them, I have the means to do so. So this is a plus in a lot of ways. It'll probably get me out of the house more because I'll want to go get the mail. I'll want to go if I have to make runs to the rental office. All kinds of things. All kinds of things. Um, I can be a little more aggressive with my cooking now because I don't have to rely on the bar stool that I have to get up off of every now and then. I can go right over, I can wheel my way right up to the tub. I can wash dishes, I can reach everything from the chair. And like I said, I did do a little test run. So I am able. Hello, how are you? You pick draw. You pick I draw. How are you? Welcome in. So I am able to get around and maneuver the chair now. And it's not like the big one that they bought in the beginning. So this is definitely much better. I did show you in the little quick one we did earlier what we will be working on this week. I have several projects on my plate this week. I have the wrap, I have the throw, the blanket that I have to get the 10 rows done today. I have 2 other items that would be included in the prizes. I have February's blanket. I'm going to work on the carpenter's wheel this week, and I'm also going to work on the Stitcher Hood blanket this week. I may come back a little later tonight and do a live with the Stitcher Hood blanket. And just so that you can see the progress on that and how that's coming along, and just watch me while I work on it. Pull out your whip and crochet with me live. So yeah, those are definitely 8 projects that I have working on. What I showed you in the live that I just did was the difference in the interpretation of color. When you tell someone that you want something, or someone tells you that they want something in a certain color, be sure of what they're looking for. Compare it to something that's universal to both of you so that you'll understand the color. Because Big Twist interpretation of teal is very different than Mainstay's interpretation of teal. Big Twist interpretation to me is, I had it backwards when I said it. The Big Twist interpretation has a little more green in it, and the Mainstay has more blue. And to me, the difference between aqua and teal is the amount of blue or green. If it has more green, I tend to call it aqua. If it has more blue, I tend to call it teal. So I would say Big Twist is probably right in the middle, because if I were looking at it compared to an aqua, I would definitely call it teal. But it's more of a dark aqua to me. Mainstay is kind of pushing it. It's like they took a smidgen of green and threw it in there and called it teal. So, but for the project that I have, that I'm working on it with, for that project, the colorway is fine. I just need all of the colorway to be uniformed. And that's for the big blanket. They, however, excuse me, only had 6 games at the time. I will be going back over tomorrow to check and see if they have more. Because as of right now, my calculations say I need 9. And 6 is not 9. So I'm definitely going to need more. And but at least I'll be able to go over and pick the same colorway. Again, guys, I want to thank you for your patience, and I do apologize for the shortness of the last video. I felt like I had to come back and give you at least 10 minutes, just so you know that my heart is with you. And to make sure you know, don't forget your journals. You can start. If you have not started yet, it's never too late. It is never, ever, ever too late. And if you need a reminder of the basic journal and what you need to put in it, check your mood in the morning when you get up, and at night before you go to bed. Check your overall health, how you feel in the morning when you get up and before you go to bed. That's 4 items right there. Pick 3 things that you want to accomplish throughout the day. So here you have 7 things. List 2 people that you want to contact that you have not contacted in a while. It can be something as simple as a text message saying, I was just thinking about you, leaving them a voice message saying, hello, you ran across my mind, anything. You don't have to have the long, drawn out conversations. It's just to pull us back into communication without hopefully it's someday without the aid of electronics. I understand that there may be distance between some, and that's fine. This is a way to pull you all back together. So just reach out. Just simply reach out. And the 10th and final thing, summarize your day. At the end of the night, summarize your day. And what I can do, since I don't have any crocheting around me right now, I can tell you, if you'd like, about making a journal for your crocheting. What you want to do at the thought of a project that you want to do, you want to create a space for that. So your first page, what type of item is it? Is it a blanket? Is it a hat? Is it a hat and scarf set? Is it a tablecloth? What is it? Is it a pillow? Whatever it is. And create, this may not sound important, but it really is. Create a name for your project. It could be Happy Pillow. It could be summer tablecloth. Guest bedroom spread. It can be anything, but give it a title so that if and when you do put it down and need to go back to it, you have a reference point. You can go in your book and you don't have to read so much to figure out, that's what this is. Then you want to jot down your general idea of how you want it to look or how you want it to turn out. And from that, you can pretty much guesstimate sometimes how much yarn you'll need and what colorway do you need. How is this going to look? So you can, like, say if you want to make a sweater, like I just made my panel sweater. I don't know if you can see it over there hanging on my scooter, but I made that last year and I knew that I wanted all different colors. 3 panels in the back, each one a different color. I picked my 3 colors out, 2 panels in the front, different from the back and different from each other. So those were my 5 colors there. Well, it's got to have sleeves. I want to have different colors there. Picked out the 2 colors. So 7 different colors I had to pick out. I wanted the trim to be a different color. So I had to pick out I have 3 different trim colors. I do. I have the basic ribbing around the bottom and around the sleeves in pink. And then the lapel on the right side is in a teal. That does match the back color. And then I have the gold going down the left side. So it's all different colors. It's absolutely beautiful. As a matter of fact, I can show you. Okay, I'm back. So this is my Just For Me cardigan. And as you can see, the back panels in the back, I had the yellow, the teal, and the orange. And then in the front, I have green on the left, and I have red on the right. I have a light blue sleeve, and I've got a purple sleeve. And like I said, my cuffs are pink, and the ribbing, the main ribbing around the bottom is pink. And then straight down the lapel on the right side, I did match the teal in the back, and it only goes all the way down the front, just the lapel down the front. And it goes into the pink. Same thing on this side. I did gold all the way down. Notice the different color buttons. And it also goes into the pink. So this was my sweater. Absolutely love it. I get so many compliments on it. I just got compliments this morning. Vivian, how are you? I'm so happy you're here. I popped in earlier, and then the guy called and said he was on his way with the wheelchair. And yeah, that's where we are. But I'm glad I got it. I'm just so happy that I got it. I'm glad it fits. I'm glad I'm able to get around the apartment without any problems. And but I was explaining, Vivian, how to do different journals. And I was talking about the crafting journal for our crafts. What you want to do is decide what kind of craft you want to make. Give it a name. Makes it easier to find if you're working on more than one item. Determine how you want it to look, how big it is, what colors you want, all of those things. You want to determine all of that. That sets you up for the tools that you need, how much yarn you need. I'm speaking as a crocheter, but also as knitters, and but how much yarn you need. Um, you can just determine from that what size hook you want to use. If there's a specific yarn that you want to use, like I never thought that I would make, I always thought that I had to make a sweater out of chunky yarn or out of, if I wanted a lighter sweater, then maybe I had to go with the DK weight. So this is my first completed sweater and it was done in 4 worsted weight. Most of my yarn is mainstay. There is some big twist in there also. So it helps you to get all of that organized at first. Write down a start date, the day you put that first stitch in. Write down that date. If you're like me and you want to do a certain amount of stitches a day or a week, set that goal. Put that goal over to the side. It'll give you something. It gives you a reference point. All of this within the first few pages of this particular idea. If you want to create a pattern, set aside a page for the pattern. Write down everything that you do. If you make any abbreviations, note those abbreviations. Come up with your own scale of how you're going to do repeats or how you're going to isolate different elements, that type of thing, and write your pattern. It's funny, I can tell people how to shoot pool. I can tell people how to write patterns, but I can't do it myself. Isn't that weird? But I'm working on it. I think mine is a little bit of a stubborn factor in that I do more graphing than anything. So I work better with the graph paper, but it's not graphing like you see. Mine is by color. I color each square and turn it into what I need for it to be. So here again, your sister's working on it. All right. But yes, everything that you're doing with that project, I mean, even if it's as simple as a washcloth, maybe you want to make a washcloth, a centennial washcloth, or an independence washcloth, and you want it red, white, and blue. Or you might get some sugar and cream that is red, white, and blue. And you want to jot down, what material you used, how much you used. Like one of my missions this year showed you squares and the different. Okay, cool. Cool. I am going to be recording more tutorials today to put out tomorrow and Friday. So you want to look out for those. Those are going to be the March squares. We're going to have the moon, we're going to have the craters, we're going to have Thunderdome, and we're going to have a variation of the Granny Square. So I'm going to do those tutorials and have them out for everybody. But I'm excited that you started. You have to post pictures and let me see them in the community post and also in the my Facebook page, Create and Relate. I think that one is still under C. No, I have two. Find the one with the K, Create in Relate, and post it there. I'm going to try to remember to put that in the description notes or put a link there so that everybody can go over and check that page out. And that way you can reach me by messenger. Oh boy, let's see. But yeah, those types of things. You can make journals for your cleaning. You can make journals for your health. You can make journals if you have a lot of friends, a lot of visitors. You can make one that's kind of like an address book, but it offers you more variety. You can write like their birthdays, their favorite colors, places they like to go, where you first met, um, things like if they have allergies, all kinds of things. You'll be able to write down, just based on your friends. You gave them a teddy bear such and such a date, how they reacted to it. Um, like Okay, for instance, my bestie. I know my bestie's health issues. And I write them down. I printed out a few patterns about crocheting as well. Cool, cool, awesome. Don't stop. Don't stop. But like I said, my bestie, she has several health issues. And if we're ever together and anything happens, I have like a little notepad that I keep inside of my bags, especially when I go out with her because I know that she takes injections, as do I if it's allergy related. But I know exactly what to do. And if I have any type of brain fog, I can flip that out and go straight to it. So journaling is very vast. It's more than just writing down your feelings for the day. Sometimes it is, you know, um, a basic planner. It's a form of journaling. It's writing things down to keep up with or to remember or to go back to, or just to spill it or whatever. It's not necessarily this book of feelings that just help you get through. Sometimes it can be like, for instance, when we first came to the apartment, I was on this kick that I wanted a journal for everything. So my cleaning, I knew when I got up in the morning, I had to dust all the blinds, dust the window sills, sweep the floors, and if there were any dishes, wash the dishes. This was every morning I got up. It became a routine, it became a cycle. So I no longer needed to see it written down. So then I knew I was doing a little bit too much. And then we started getting furniture and the kids in and all these other things. And that shifted and changed. But if I had wanted to, I could note all of those changes and say, like we've learned, I've got every year I'm popping up with a different allergy. But when I start having certain reactions, sometimes I could go back to other journals, other planners, or whatever, and say exactly when something started. Like here lately, this body itching thing that's going on, I don't know if it's something that I've eaten or if I've developed an allergy to our laundry detergent. I don't know. Um, I'm weird like that, guys. I'm allergic to epoxy resin. And if you know, epoxy resin is on everything. So our countertop, of course, is covered in it. Our table, the floor, the wall, it's in the paint. It's everywhere. I'm pretty sure it's all over this chair. It's like a sealer, it's a protectant. And it's everywhere. It's in everything. So as I'm coming into contact with stuff, calls guys. But yeah, I know one of the things that I'm going to or trying to commit myself to is to not have so many whips at one time. I am. I came back. Look at the chair, sis. I got the chair. Yay! Yay, I got the chair. Now I can bring things out here and we can have our little group session out here. I'm excited, guys. I am really, really excited. I'm happy about that. But yeah, I want to get myself down to not having so many whips because it always happens that I feel overwhelmed. I feel so overwhelmed. And I have my whips on the bed now. And as I'm looking around, it's like, oh, I forgot this one. Oh, I forgot that one. And I look over and I see another one that's sitting over here. And I'm like, oh, my God, how many of these things do I have? I mean, right now, off the top of my head, I could probably list about 15 of them. Now, I know that is a greatly less number than what you all are usually hearing from me, but it's still a lot. I want to get myself down. Right now, I want to get to, I'm making 10 my sweet spot. That's too many, but I'm not, I'm not going to cold turkey myself from crocheting. So once I get it down to 10, then I'll go down to 8, and then I'll go down to 6. Eventually, I want to get down to 2 whips. And that's because what's happening is a lot of people are starting to place orders. Y'all, I just got an order Friday for a red and yellow doggy eared hat. Right now we're kind of in negotiation. I sent her the information about the price, and I want to see if she's willing to do that. And if she is, then I'm sorry, then I'm going to have to make that hat. And of course, when you're starting it until it finishes, that becomes another whip. So that figure would definitely make a difference. But yeah, so yeah, eventually I want to get down to 2 whips, and that'll open up for things coming in or orders coming in. And I'll feel better about that. But the problem with that is I have a designer mind. I'll see something and, excuse me, I want to kind of duplicate it. I want to do it and see if I can add my own little flair to it and make it different. Case in point, I have a dress in my closet right now that was a tutorial for a t-shirt or a tank top. And that was by Cinnamon Stitches. The tank top was absolutely beautiful, but I wanted a dress. So I turned it into a dress. Yeah. So those are the types of things that I do. But like I said, don't, I am so sorry. Y'all, I slept. I slept last night. I have 13 minutes. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I can realize, okay, I have the 3 prizes. I have the Carpenter's Wheel, the Stitcher Hood blanket, Timothy X, still got that. Um, the 2 prizes that I'm not telling you all where they are yet, but they've been started. Um, the Dallas Cowboy robe. I've already started my March blanket, my February blanket. I should get very far with that today. What is that, number 11 so far? The other scrap blanket that I'm adding rounds to as I go, the corner to corner squares that I want to put together, the half double crochet squares. I know there's another one somewhere. I know there is, and I just can't remember it right now. But that's 14 that I could. Oh, yeah, the Ghost Brothers blanket, Corey on TV. I haven't added those last 2 rows. Leave that New York, just sit there. You're, and even though we know better, even we know better, the plastic's not going anywhere. I have mostly acrylic, but in our little minds, in this little pea brain up here, I feel that way. If I let it sit here too long, it's going to get hard. It's going to get stiff. It's going to be hard to work with, and you know. But when I look back, see, I got up to 16 without. Oh yeah. Oh shoot. The scarf I never finished. Wow. The poncho, not the blancho, but the poncho. I'm sure Joan probably remembers that one. Hmm. Yeah, there are quite a few. There are quite a few. I got up to 18. It's probably 20 something. I got to do better. But yeah, um, I want to get those whips down. I do want to get the whips down. The V-neck, exactly. Exactly, John. I knew you knew. I knew you knew. I have not given up on it. It is still over in the bag. The last time I went into Walmart specifically looking for that colorway in the yarn that I was using, they didn't have it. It's Wildflower, and they didn't have that one. So when I go over there this afternoon, in a little bit actually, I'm going to check and see if they have it. I want to try to take my wheelchair over, but being that I have not had any experience doing this, so much, I don't want to get out there and get tired. So I'll probably just hop on the scooter and run over and see if they have those right quick. See if they very quickly put some more teal on the shelf. I doubt that. I seriously, I don't know. I didn't check the overstock bin up top to see if they had any up there. Excuse me, that's what I should have done, or called an associate to see if they had any in the back. That's what I should have done. Yeah, that's what I should have done. And I'm looking behind me and I'm seeing the grandkids' blankets. I see Umpa's temperature blanket and her rainbow blanket. I see Pete's square blanket. I don't see his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle blanket. I made him one of those. So, yeah, they have blankets. My daughter has, there's a blanket that I want to make for my daughter. I won't start that until I get some of these whips down. I can't do it. I can't do that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I look whipped because I have so many whips. Oh my goodness. So yeah, those nine that I mentioned earlier are the ones that, and you have to get, yeah, I talked about that. I'm gonna get those out Wednesday and Friday. Um I've already shown which ones they are. It's the moon, the crater, Thunderdome, and a variation of the Granny Square is what I'm going to be presenting for March. I have elected to do the craters. That's what my stitch is going to be. My colorway is going to be Mainstay Orange and Mainstay Sea Turtle. So that's what I'm using for all of my squares. I just have not decided how big I want to make it. So once I determine that, will determine, you know, if I need to get any more yarn. I'm trying to keep it where I don't have to purchase any more yarn. That's what I'm trying to do. But in the meantime, in between time, I do have a big project that has been presented to me. Yes, that has been presented to me, and something that's probably going to take me months to do, if not a year or more. And I am definitely going to have to purchase the yarn for that. But the individual who wants it has agreed to give me the money to get the yarn. So we'll wait for that to happen. And then I will go and get the yarn and I'll make this big, beautiful menagerie of colors. They want a car cover, guys. They want a whole car cover. They want it out to contour the front and the back of the vehicle. Um, and just give the illusion of a crocheted car. So we talked about whether they wanted tires, the image of tires, or if they wanted like the windows, or did they just want a complete cover for the car in the colorway that they told me. So I'm doing the calculations now to see how much yarn I'm going to need. And then I'll report that to that person, and they can either purchase the yarn and bring it to me, or they can give me the means to go and get the yarn. Either way. Either way. Excuse me. I am so sorry. I just know that it's gonna take a lot of yarn. But I'm excited. I'm excited about that project. I am. I've thought about making car covers before. I even started making car covers for my Versa that I had a few years back, and then that stopped. Boo hoo, boo hoo. Okay, that's enough. Going all the way back to the Grinch. But yes, guys, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to sip some more of my coffee. And it is a huge project. It is, and it's a mid-sized car, so it's not like it's a teeny weeny little thing. But I'm excited about it. I'm excited. I know that I can do it, and it's just a matter of putting a hook to it. But you guys, I'm so sorry. As I always tell you, please don't forget to love yourselves. Self love is the greatest love of all, and you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved unless you first love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. And you deserve the best. Remember, Kitty Lane told you. Remember, Kitty Lane loves you. And thank you again for coming back. Those of you catching it on replay, please don't forget to leave your thumbs. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Make sure you hit that bell with the dimples so that you always know when I'm dropping fresh new content. And give me comments, guys. Give me You know what? I almost wish it was a little pickup truck. I almost wish it was. But it's okay. It's okay. The experience is going to be fun. That much I know. But I'm sitting here and trying to figure out how am I going to do this whole big thing. I'm going to have all this yarn plopped in my lap forever. It's going to seem like, but I think I'm going to do it in phases and then just sew everything together, and it'll make it easier on me and the individual that's ordering it. But like I said, I love you guys. I will see you all soon. I'm getting ready to skedaddle down this hallway and get what I need so I can run to the store real quick before time to go. Yeah. So I can run to the bus stop and get my babies, my grandson on time. I don't pick my granddaughter up until later. And I will be talking to you again. My eyes are burning. I know y'all see me blinking a lot. Um, But I will see you all again very soon. Like I said, I might even do a live tonight for my work on the Stitcher Hood blanket. I don't know what caused that, but so I'm not making any promises with that, but it might happen. So just keep your ear to the grindstone and see what may be coming through the grapevine. I love you guys. I will see you all real soon. Peace.